Hi everyone, thank you for joining OneScreen. This video will give you a quick overview of OneScreen usage and basic navigation. Let's find out how to turn on your screen first. In order to access the screen or turn it on, simply press the power button, which is on the front side of the screen. By default, your screen will boot up on the Android side, which will show you the time, date and connectivity status as well. The left section covers input sources, which means I can have multiple computer devices plugged into my screen. Here we have HDMI 1, 2, 3, VGA port, and DisplayPort. We also have an option of OPS, which is for onboard built-in computer system. For example, you may want to use your personal laptop and the OneScreen's built-in computer system at the same time. This can be easily achieved using these input ports. Any source that is illuminated in green color is an active source. You can tap on any of these sources to get a live preview at the center of the screen, and then hit that sensor screen to access your input devices. For example, if I tap on the OPS source, I will get a live preview of my Windows operating system. Normally, we would have to guess which HDMI port or VGA port my laptop was plugged into. But here, if you notice, the moment we connect the source with the screen, the port will turn green, and now I can hit HDMI 1 to get a live preview of my laptop right here at the center of the screen. We also have an option to rename these ports as per our need. The OPS source is our onboard built-in computer system that is running in parallel with the Android operating system. And what this allows me to do is what we call walk up and use functionality. Most screens in the past probably did not have a built-in computer system, which means they had to rely upon connecting their personal computer with the screen. With OneScreen, you have the ability to use OneScreen's built-in computer system and your personal laptop at the same time. The next thing we are going to look at is the bottom toolbar. Simply swipe up your finger from the center bottom of your screen and it will bring up the toolbar with some basic options. The same toolbar is accessible from the left side and the right side of your OneScreen. Let's discuss these options on the toolbar. The first button will take you to the previous screen. The home button will take you to the home screen, which is Android in this case, regardless of which screen you were working on earlier. Third button on the toolbar is for the recent applications that are running on the background. In order to access the source menu, choose the fourth option. To open the screen settings, choose the fifth option from the bottom toolbar. The small pen on the toolbar will launch the whiteboard that allows users to perform basic annotations on the whiteboard or whichever screen you are going to work on. The last two buttons are used to increase or decrease the screen's volume and brightness level. On the right top, we have our Guru button. Guru is our real-time live support solution that lets you contact the OneScreen support team with just a single click. So if you need technical assistance regarding the screen, or you may have new employees or staff in your organization who wants to get trained on the product, you can click on this button, contact OneScreen team to schedule a training session for your new staff, or simply get technical assistance. On the right side, we have Settings, Chrome Browser, Apps, File Explorer, eShare, and Basic Whiteboard. Let's talk about Settings first. In the settings, you will notice that we have an automatic sleep option, which means it is power saving state that will stop all the action on the screen after the selected period of time. By default, the screen boot order is set to Android, but you can always change the boot priority as per your need. For example, if I choose OPS as my startup source, and from the boot OPS option, I tap on OPS source only, the next time when I'm going to turn on my screen, the Windows display will come first. Moving on to the network section, we have Wi-Fi network, wired network, and a hotspot connection as well. For any reason, when you don't want to share your main network details with someone, you can simply create a hotspot connection from OneScreen and ask them to connect with this network connection, keeping your main network credentials secure. The Bluetooth option is also available, which means you can connect wireless devices with your OneScreen. If you wish to check the network details, simply tap on the network status option. In the display tab, we have light mode, the brightness for your panel, which can be easily adjusted by simply dragging the slide bar. You can change the wallpaper of your OneScreen, either from the pre-installed wallpapers, or if you have any customized image that is stored within the internal storage of your Android operating system, you can set it as your wallpaper. OneScreen allows you to lock the screen using a PIN code or a pattern. In the volume tab, the volume for your OneScreen can be easily adjusted. It's always better to reboot the screen once a day. Schedule the power on off feature helps us to schedule the time for turning off and then turning it on at a certain time, and these time duration can be easily adjusted from the settings. Time and language option is also available in the settings. Then we have restore factory settings. Due to any reason, if your screen is not behaving normally or a certain feature is not working properly, you can always set the screen to its factory settings. This will not remove any pre-installed application from the OneScreen. Next up, we have users and accounts. If multiple users will be using the same screen, you may want to create a new account for each person. OneScreen allows you to create multiple user accounts, and each one of them saves certain settings and allows you to control files and folders separately. And at last, we have some information about the device, which includes your device name, Android version, and some details about the current firmware version. Next up, we have Chrome browser that can be used for accessing the web. In the apps, we have YouTube for video streaming, Gmail for logging into your accounts, eShare for wireless projection, Office, OneScreen Central for device management, and a Play Store in case you want to download any third-party application on the Android side. Then we have a File Explorer, which is a place that enables users to access, edit, and manage data, files, and other content stored on your Android operating system. Let's talk about OneScreen Whiteboard. So when I tap on Annotate, it will open up the whiteboarding screen for me. Here we have some options at the bottom toolbar. Let's explore one by one. If I click on the pen, this gives me a range of options which include pen colors, brush colors, and the thickness of your pen can be adjusted from here. When it comes to writing on the whiteboard, you can use your fingers or a stylus pen to write on the whiteboard. The selection tool will help you to adjust the size and position of your content using your fingers or a pen. Simply select an area, move it anywhere on the whiteboard, adjust the size using your fingers. And when it comes to erasing the content from the whiteboard, simply use your palm to erase the data from the whiteboard. When it comes to saving your content, simply tap on these three dots and you will get multiple options to save your data. First one, to save your data on the internal storage of your Android operating system. Choose a file format in which you wish to save your data. You can also share your files in the form of a QR code. Anyone from the audience can simply come up to the screen, scan this QR code, and they'll be able to see their data on their smartphone. The last option is to send the annotation files to anyone via their email address. Changing the background color of your whiteboard is super easy. We have multiple colors that are already installed on the whiteboard. If you have any customized image, simply tap on this plus icon to set it as your background. This is one way of using the whiteboard. If you notice a small button on the left bottom, it will take you to the home screen, creating a transparent layer on the main screen, which will give you the ability to write on any screen that you are working on. The next important thing to notice is this eShare application. Now, what's brilliant about the eShare application is the ability to share your content wirelessly from a mobile device, an iPad, or a laptop directly to the screen without looking for any cable connections. With this application, you can connect up to 9 devices at the same time and have their data shared on the OneScreen. It also has a moderator controller settings, which means an admin can decide whether to allow the stranger or visitor to share something on the screen. If you want to connect your mobile phone using eShare, simply download a client application on your mobile phone, laptop, or an iPad. Launch your client application, making sure that both your mobile phone and OneScreen are on the same network. On the eShare client application interface, either choose Share Screen option or a TV mirroring option. When I tap on Share Screen option, it will project my mobile phone display onto the OneScreen. Similarly, if I choose TV mirroring option, it will give me the ability to control the OneScreen directly from my mobile phone. Let's go back to the home screen now. And that is all about the basic use of OneScreen. If you still have confusions or questions, feel free to contact us to schedule a training session with us. Thank you for joining OneScreen.